I agree with that first
part. They do not
though.
understand Congress. They do not understand politics. They do not understand the operations of the bureaucratic state. They do not understand international trade agreements, but are speaking on it with authority because they believe that they have the right to. But they have no idea what they're talking about. I have an undergraduate degree in political science.
So pause there.
Just the way the energy she gave off when she came on here was atrocious to me, because I was like, look how you came off at people. And this is why the people that she was referring to in the video have that type of level of smoke towards her. So we're going to probably pause it frequently in between this so we can address some things that she says that I feel like that are inaccurate.
Her frame's fire though.
The majority of people, particularly tech bros on this app who are talking about the TikTok ban and these congressional hearings, have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
That's where she probably missed a lot of people, and they just stopped even listening to what she said, because she insulted the people who are obviously more savvy in technology than possibly she is. And most,
I don't know, bro. I kind of agree with her.
Well, no. Well, remember what we talked about? What my premise was about, actually the technology part, not necessarily what you should be asking. Like, at least that last congresswoman probably consulted with people and actually asked more credible questions than what, if I was to go through all the other videos I could show you. That's what people have been talking about. It's really not necessarily on what this ban is about. It's more so on who's asking the questions and what they're asking, and why don't they make sense when they're asking them. Like we just were talking about in the Ferrari incident. If someone said, hey, Ferrari, you guys do business in America, and we see that according to this framework, you guys do not retain the certain logs you need to be in compliance, right? If they ask that, that's a legitimate question, because that's needed. And no one would have any concerns about that.
Right. So I would have to see the video she referring to, because in general, most of the people I see on TikTok have no idea what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to tech.
Yeah, but so no, she's talking about just people that are in tech, talking about that, because you can even see, like, when the guy's trying to answer some of these questions sometimes in these videos, he's kind of like, okay, I mean. And I don't think anybody ever went through the terms and agreements, but it's something that Aaron and I talked about a while back.
Goes to terms and agreements.
But that's the thing. The information is there. So it seems like it wasn't a due diligence on Congress' part. Like, one of the questions
I can agree with that
they asked, and that can go for any social media platform, is the fact that they were asking about, oh, well, how do you know about age appropriate material and whatsoever? And the guy says, well, you know, you sign up, you put what your age is, and we do use our algorithm to kind of see, based on what you look at, if it's lining up with your age. And there are other things that parents can also do to enforce more parental control on younger people using TikTok, which shouldn't be on social media anyway. I'm a big stance to that. I didn't have social media till high school. I feel like my brain was more developed at that time to actually take it in.
I still don't know if I'm ready for social media, but let's keep going. I want to hear what you got to say. I agree with that first part.
They do not understand Congress. They do not understand politics. They do not understand the operations of the bureaucratic state. They do not understand international trade agreements, but are speaking on it with authority because they believe that they have the right to. But they have no idea what they're talking about. I have an undergraduate degree in political science.
So pause there.
I worked in politics and policy for 7
I would say that
I don't think also most people know about politics. Yes.
No, I'm in agreement. I'm pointing out, I'm being objective, but I'm pointing out some of the biases. I could totally agree that most of us do not know about that.
Yeah.
But like, imagine, like, we do it sometimes just for shock value, but I could come on the same way and say, hey, most of y'all country don't know nothing about technology. Y'all the same people who try to tell me y'all password is y'all username. That could be a fair assessment.
Password is password. Yeah.
Because that's what people were saying. Like, I retweeted what Marquise Brownlee said. He was like, this is an accurate depiction of like what happens like on the help desk. I was like, facts. When these people were trying to ask these questions, these old ancient people were trying to ask this man questions, it was cringeworthy. So while she may be right in this assessment, I think is a very nuanced thing, because these people that have a lot to say about this particular thing are people. I can't even prove this, but I would like to say I wouldn't even say a good majority of them.
I don't think anybody can prove anything. She can't prove what she's saying. But
right.
in general, most people on TikTok who assert themselves to be expert on politics and policy are not. And in general, most Americans don't understand how the government works.
Those are all factuals. I wouldn't fight that at all. I wouldn't fight that.
So I mean, yeah.
Because like
I don't disagree yet.
Yeah, the stuff that she's about to say is true, but it's just nuanced in this argument. Like, you should have the smoke for more important things, not TikTok. But let's keep going.
7 years. You can feel free to Google me, find my resume, my LinkedIn, my published work, and see that I have worked in government, political, and policy spaces since I was 22 years old. The majority of people on this app who speak with their whole chest about politics could not tell you who their member of Congress is. I'm sure they could not tell you that their state has a legislature and who their elected representatives and state senators are.
All very true statements.
What does this have to do with TikTok?
That's what
I agree with everything she's saying. Like 100%. I think too many people have too many opinions about too many things. Keep going.
Yeah, because we say it all the time. We're the same. I'm the same person that tell people all the time, hey, my LinkedIn is in the link in my description. Check me out. I say this all the time when it's regarding when people are trying to say bad advice when it comes to getting into cybersecurity. So I agree with what she's saying. I just think she missed the mark on just trying to talk about the people who are reacting to some of the questions that are being asked in court.
Yeah, she flexing right now, and I love it. But I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna try to find a connection.
Something that is so frustrating to me as somebody that works in this industry, and let's be clear, this is an industry because we live in a capitalist society. But the industry that I work in is literally one of the only industries where people that do not have any kind of formalized training are allowed to just speak on it with authority.
That's false.
It's not the only one.
Right.
It's definitely not the only one.
Right. And
but yeah, that's not the only
false
one.
Like this, but like I'm rocking with her, but I just not the like.
I definitely rock.
I guarantee.
What up, Bree? I rock with Bree.
I guarantee you. Yeah. I bet you do.
Relax. My type though, brown skin. Okay, brown skin. Go ahead, bro. Before you give me
are allowed to just influence decision makers
and
become decision makers without having any kind of clear understanding of the fact that this shit is hard and complicated.
Mm-hmm. Now that I will agree with. All this stuff is.
Yeah,
it is
100%
hard and complicated. We can go on simple things as when it comes to audits and compliance. Even what I have to do, like when I was doing the GRC stuff. It is. So It's the same thing. So I get what she's saying, but I just think she could have made the statement without just talking about the TikTok thing. I think she could have just put it in general.
Yeah, no, 100%. This statement stands true, period. Like on its own, without TikTok, without any other hearing to be referred to, this statement stands true. Like this is just true. It looks like she's finna get into TikTok. So now I want to see where we go with this one.
We're not getting rid of TikTok, you guys. We're not. And you know why I know that? Because I've spent all of this time in school and in my professional life understanding this shit. And I know for a fact that when I look at these congressional hearings and, everybody's saying that, oh, we're going to get rid of TikTok. They have bipartisan support. Okay, sure. But they have like 10 Democrats out of the hundreds. We're not getting rid of TikTok because if we get rid of TikTok, China is going to say Apple is going to be forced to stop manufacturing in China. And that's not going to happen either. This is a distraction. This is fear-mongering, and this is a distraction because there's bigger fish to fry. We're not getting rid of fucking TikTok. We're not. We're not.
So, bro, I agree with everything she said.
I agree.
I love
just
her
don't
energy, and I can absolutely tell that glass was full before she started to make this video.